Hey guys, this is DB again. Two videos back to back. Does feel like the end of Warmerise. um, no, seriously, I'm joking. I'm not actually sure if it's the end or not. After I made the first video, there has been a lot of comments, a lot of people talking in Discord server that it may be the end of Warmerise. They're wondering what is going to happen. And in this video, I'll try my best to be as clear as possible. Of course, I don't know for sure what is actually going to happen. So I'm going to give my best 2 to 3 speculations, 2 to 3 best, I would say, outcomes, best possible outcomes, not the best outcomes, but best possible outcomes that may actually happen. First of all, I do want to clarify Max did not actually leave. He did not left Warmrise. He left Warmrise's development and moderation. So he is among us. He did make an account. He does have an account on Warmerise, and that is something that he made pretty clear in the Twitter that he is still here. The game is still here. So I would like to clarify on that part. Although he did leave the development and the moderation of Warmerise, which is pretty big news. He has been a developer and moderator for 11 years. So yeah, definitely that is a big news. But what people are wondering right now is what is going to happen next for Warmerise? Because yes, Warmerise ending, closing, that is one of the possibilities. As I said in the first video, Warmerise has been acquired by other companies. We have Bionic Logic, LLC, Tactics Technology. Somehow, if you look at their website, they are somewhat interrelated and subsidiaries of some sort. And they do have expertise in gaming. Their focus is on games, but their focus is also on marketing, which is also beneficial. If they do use their expertise of marketing in Warmers, I think they'll be very successful. But the first thing that we need is not marketing, we need development. That is something that we're yet to see and hear from them. So far, they have not contacted, they have not even announced that they bought Warmers, which is concerning because that is one of the most important announcements that they should have made long ago when they actually acquired it. But so far they haven't, which does seem like they're not interested. Maybe it's a possibility that they're just too big of a firm and they have a lot of other things to take care of, that they're not allocating resources and people to look into Warmrise just yet. They bought it, and they are possibly going to work on it at some point. But right now, it does seem like their focus is not on it. My personal, I would say, objective and my personal, I would say, mission will be to get their focus back on Warmrise. This brings us to the main focus of this video. What is going to happen with Warmrise? Again, I'm not certain if it's actually going to happen, but I'll give some of my, I would say, the best possible outcomes that may happen. One of them, of course, include Warmres closing down, which is going to be the most unfortunate outcome for all of us. Now, the reason why this may happen is if those companies that acquired Warmrise, if their, I would say, purpose of buying Warmrise was that it already is profitable, they're going to just buy it, let the money roll in, and they won't have to do anything. If they were assuming that Warmers is self-sustainable, the community is self-sustainable, and all they had to do is just buy it and then make passive income out of it every month. Yeah, if that's what their plan was, Warmers will eventually close down. If they're planning on not doing anything, of course it will close down. It won't generate profit. I'm already hearing that there's a lot of hackers, and of course from time to time there are new bugs in the game that needs to be fixed, that needs to be attended. There's hackers, there's more newer hacks that are coming. So it does require some developers to basically dismantle them and keep the game and the community moderated. I would say it's not really about the community. If you talk about community moderation, I think at this point there's not much activity, and the activity so far that we have, it doesn't really require much moderation. Over the years, we have learned to be, I would say, self-sustainable in moderation terms, that we do not really require a lot of moderation. So that part is clear. But in if you talk about development, of course, we do need strong focus on it. We need to bring more updates, new weapons, maybe perhaps new maps that are built in a sense and not custom made, because there's a lot we have a lot of custom maps, but they're not of good quality. So we need more, updates that include fixing the bugs. That is the most important one. But overall, it creates a sense that there's an active team of developers working behind the game who are putting their focus on it. If not, people will eventually lose interest. If all they're getting from Warmerise is bad experience because of some bugs or hackers, eventually they will leave, and the little audience that we already have left of gamers, that will eventually be vanished, and that will be the end of Warmerise. Even if they don't close it down, people will stop playing, and yeah, that will be the end. So that is the worst outcome that we can get from this. Another outcome is, which I'm being optimistic about it, is that the company do plan on making changes, putting their focus on Warmerise. But from the time that they acquired it to this point, of course, it has been a while. But if you think about it, I'm not actually a coder, but I do understand that people write codes in their own way. The other developers from the other company, they need to understand how he coded it, how the warmers actually work. Of course, they can change values of weapons and their, the damage that they take on torso or head or legs. They can change values, but to be able to attend to the bugs that we have in the game, they need to understand how he coded the whole game. How is the code written? And That's when they will be able to maybe push out another update. We don't know how much time it will take for them to be able to learn it and make these changes. But what we do want to know is if they're actually planning on doing. That is the main thing that we need to know. We can really narrow down among these possibilities if we know what their planning is, and we of course can't know that if they don't communicate with us. So my mission and objective right now is to somehow get them to talk, somehow get them to communicate. I haven't reached out to them in any other way, but I think that is something that I personally will do, and maybe ask Max to contact them, because of course he was in contact with them or is still in contact with them. So maybe ask Max to see what they're planning. If he, of course, if he agrees on communicating with them. If not, then we will probably attempt on our own end to communicate with the companies and see what they're planning. That is when we can be more certain on what may happen with Warmerise. But the first possibility is eventually the game dies, it closes down. The other possibility is that they're taking time to learn the codes to be able to push out an update, which is good. There is, of course, another possibility is that they may sell it to someone else. If they don't plan on closing it down, they may just attempt to sell it to someone else. Because if you think about it, um, they invested in this game because they wanted to make money out of it. They're not making money out of it, but it is still their investment. So of course they wouldn't want it to go down the drain. Their last attempt will probably to sell it to someone else who can make it profitable, who can revive the game, which will be good. But yeah, that is among the possibilities that we have. So the point is, we cannot just conclude and jump to conclusion that Warmers is going to close. We do have other possibilities. There's other stuff that we personally can do. Uh, so I would say, don't lose hope. You can play the game. If you're facing bugs and encountering any bug or hackers, of course you can report them. And meanwhile, we'll attempt to communicate with the companies who acquired it. Maybe talk to Max, even if if he's not willing to communicate with them directly, maybe give us some of their contact or any person that we can contact, and maybe we'll uh, narrow down the possibilities for what may happen to Warmrise. But that is my take on this, and I'll let you guys know if there's any more updates regarding Warmrise and the team. But yeah, that is it so far. And if you have any questions, you can, of course, put them in the comment section. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. So take care.